What do you rank? All right. What's the motherfucking deal, Sauce Nation, man? I apologize. I was having some technical difficulties. I'm not even gonna, I know what happened. I'm not going to tell you why, but you had some internet issues, and so things got pushed back. And then, I'm going to be honest, man, Sauce, y'all miss out on some of probably the best conversations. Like, we give y'all great stuff on the streams, but some of the behind the scenes, pre-stream, and other conversations, y'all missing it. But if you want to get some of that, make sure y'all are part of the Discord, because it goes down in the Discord. Patreon.com/SauceSport. It go down in the DMs, it go down in the Discord. We got two gentlemen from the round getting down on a motherfucking fucking Friday in the sauce, man. Who do we have joining us this evening?
What's up, Sauce Nation? It's your boy Spitz. What's the deal?
Already. Who else we got in the mix tonight?
Man, how do I follow up with Spider Mitchell over here? It's your boy Hector Flores.
My nigga been balling, baby. What you talking about? Did he just drop 50 or something like that?
Hey, man. Hey, you know what? Spider, congrats on the win. You guys look very solid. Y'all manhandled the Nuggets, so I'm surprised that you made time to be on the live stream today.
Yeah.
I had to jump out the bubble real quick.
All right, look. I hope you ain't been getting that bubble trouble. You know what I'm saying? I finally saw.
Just don't go to Paradise City.
Dog, I finally saw lucky number 7. Dog. Wow, shame on the fucking Suns. They should be ashamed of themselves. Like, if you a world class athlete, dog. You like nothing less than an 8.
Did she scream Kardashian to you?
Absolutely, like Kardashian, like just car crash. She looked terrible though. Like she's like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Like a dollar store version of a Kardashian,
yeah,
but yes,
great value Kardashian. Like, and the bitch was so proud about the shit. Like, I don't even think the Kardashians were that proud of Kim Kardashian's sex tape. Like, yeah, bitch, I sucked 7 dicks. I was like fucking this guy, and they just walked in, and I already knew him, so it was okay. Like, bitch, this fucking dirty fucking hooker, dog. God damn.
What's time about with
yeah. You ain't heard about that?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't hear about the chick? I guess
you didn't hear about 7 Cocks of Heaven?
The chick slid in the bubble and sucked off like 7 Suns players.
No.
Yeah, and like she went on fucking no jumper.
They didn't make the playoffs. Let them have it. Just let them have it.
Oh, time out. So, time out, all the way out. Oh, so a female got inside the bubble.
Yeah, on her birthday. It was her birthday.
Yep.
Yeah. And offered the ultimate customer service.
Wow.
But my thing is, like, pardon me, I don't know what's fucking. I got like a.
And she was all about it. She was like, "Yeah, we're just lit over here."
Yeah, she was like super cool with the shit. She loved it. She's a Texas talk.
I feel like that's a typical Tuesday for her. The way she was talking about it.
She was so casual about the shit. Like, come on, bro, you're a whore. Like, you're a whore, dog. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Hey man, we don't slut shame here, man. This is 2020.
Oh shit, I shame sluts. Fuck them up.
Man, 2020, man. Like, what the hell did we do to 2020, man? You got 2 hurricanes coming at you at the same time.
Yeah. Ooh, man. My fault, dog. Like, I got a like a cramp going on. I don't want y'all to see me making this ugly ass face. I'm trying to work this bitch out. But yeah, dog. So with that craziness going on, but I see Houston Texans talk shooting slugs, talking about y'all can't beat the Rockets. Worry about beating Giannis. But like I say,
I ain't talking about the Rockets. I ain't shoot no slugs and the Rockets.
We was actually talking before the stream, showing love, man. We was in mutual agreement on some things. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, man. It's all love. Right now, I'm rooting for the Magic because fuck the Bucks and overrated ass Giannis. Like, again, another media creation, another media hype machine. But yeah, man, it's like I said, it's been a lot going on in the city. And again, like, if y'all haven't been watching the video, shout out to Hector, because Hector been dropping a lot of content. If you haven't caught the Astros content, if you haven't caught the Dynamo content and you slacking, you slipping, I mean, this is great stuff, especially if you're like not as familiar. Hector does an extremely good job of making everything understandable and explained, man. So if you want to get into some of these other teams in the city, then you really need to fuck with those videos because they are certified and they are legit. But like I said, let's kind of start off. I guess we were already talking a little bit of basketball, so I guess we can talk a little hoops. And I know we're all fans of different organizations, but all our teams are currently residing at the bubble for right now. So it ain't nothing wrong with speaking on a couple of different things going on. But right now, like I said, I'm really impressed with what the Rockets are doing. Kinda, right? Because it's all good. If it ain't push it out there, then fuck it. If it ain't live, it ain't. But people want to see all kind of Texans on the cover. But like I said, I'm impressed with what they're doing without Russ. But again, like Oklahoma City, I kind of agree, like kind of Hector was saying, just like, they're kind of one of them. They're like one of them teams. I think if they'd had a full season, I don't know if Oklahoma City is in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's kind of.
I'm honestly surprised they got the 5th seed, man. Yeah. Honestly, man, because usually the 4th and 5th seed is supposed to be the more even matchup, and I don't really feel like it's an even matchup.
They got the 5th seed because they had a good start to the season, and the Blazers, cause the Blazers are not an AC. The Blazers got in because they started off the season poorly, and then like I said, like the season got suspended. I think I agree. I think if the season would have been the full 82, I don't think the Thunder. I think the Thunder might still get in, but they not the 5th seed. Like they are probably 7th or 8th, and I think Portland would be higher up.
But and the thing is though, like, and I commend them, for doing what they had to do. And Chris Paul, that fucking dickhead. I don't know if y'all saw it. I retweeted the thing on there, but it's like, I'm kind of wondering because I was in the stream, the first pregame stream prior to the series. I was like, it ain't no real beef. It's just like, it is what it is. It's a business, but it's not like I don't think they were ever like best friends anyway. I'm like Russ and Harden had that relationship before, they ever went pro. Like they was cool back in LA,
Right.
But Chris Paul's a real life dickhead.
You know what? The one thing I'll say about Chris Paul was what was funny was I worked an event with the Houston Rockets, and it was it was to help like fix this library for some school that got affected by Hurricane Harvey, and State Farm and Chris Paul were I guess the ones that were like the forefront of it, and I just remember I was like stacking books in the library, and then all of a sudden I was wearing basketball shorts, I was like in Rockets apparel, and this teacher comes up to me, she's like, "Oh, here's the keys to the gym, go have fun, coach the basketball camp." And I was like, "I'm doing what now?"
Put you in charge of the game.
And so me and a few of the other people that were working it, we were going to the gym just to like open things up, kind of set everything up, and then luckily one of James's people showed up, and he was the actual like coach that was going to come in and do the camp, but he's like, "Oh, well, since you guys are here, you might as well help me out." So we did some warm-ups, and then he put me on layup drills. And all I remember was, so Chris Paul, he was like walking around, and then he came over to where I was in my station. He's like, "Hey, coach, what we doing?" And I'm just like looking at him like, this dude just called me a coach.
He should have made his ass run some drills, goddamn. What we finna do right now, Chris, is some goddamn hamstring stretches. So that we can loosen up before the game, Chris. That's what we're doing today, goddammit.
Are you angry at Chris Paul because you think he cost you a championship?
I think it's part of it. I think part of it, but I'm not angry with him, honestly. Like, until I saw him like stick his foot out to try to trip James Harden this last game, I was like, I didn't make a big deal about it. I was just like, it's just one of those things. And Chris Paul is that guy. He's a dickhead. I mean, just every little thing he does. He's like a cartoon character level of dickhead. Like the shit he did, like the Steve Kerr thing. Like, who does that? Like, if I don't find your joke funny, I'm not finna laugh. Like, nigga, this shit's corny. Fuck you. I'm not finna and then turn around. That's like some TV shit to me, dog. Like, how do you even think to do some shit like and then turn around and be like, that shit was crazy as fuck to me. That let me know. That little scene right there let me know who Chris Paul really was. 100% pure dickhead, dog.
So is it safe to say that Chris Paul is probably the biggest former Rocket star that you have issue with?
Oh, I don't know, man. Chandler Parsons.
Yeah, it might be a couple. Like, I don't think Chris Paul was around long enough for me to feel that way. Like, I was actually all right with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just left it. It was like, I didn't really feel no malice to him. Just like, hey, you little raggedy hamstring motherfucker. It's all right. You know, go do what you do. I think, like, of course, that impacts his legacy. And it's going to be weird, I think, you know, because I don't think.
You know what? That's a video idea right there. The 5 worst Rockets players.
Yeah, that's that. You might have to put it down. 5 most hated motherfucking me. But, nah, I wouldn't say, like, I don't hate Chris Paul. I just think he's a dickhead. I think he's just, you know, he's an excellent player.
I think a lot of Rocket fans and the Magic fans have the same player in mind.
Yeah, that's when you said that. That's what I was just like. I think that's the person I'm probably most disappointed in as far as
Dwight.
Yeah, I think as far as like what him and Harden should have been, because I don't think he lived up to what he should have been. Like I think he underachieved.
He was more dependable than James Harden was in the playoffs. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what? Because he sat out damn near most of the season and shit, and then
okay. What about Game 6 against the Clippers? Huh? James Harden was on the bench in the fourth quarter, down by 20.
You know, James
Harden, he never get on the court, and y'all came back. Who was on the court snatching up rebounds? I think Dwight Howard.
You see,
while 13 was on the bench the whole fourth quarter, down by 20.
You know, because he was relaxing. You know, he was just straight. You know, he was just
because you down by 20.
Because he knew he knew what was going to happen. He was just He's just like, you know, I'm gonna let my boy do it. You know, I'm gonna let him do what he do. You know what I'm saying? Let Smooth do what he do. You know, Smooth got out there did his deal.
White persuasion. Would you say it's Dwight Howard, or would you have said Josh Smith more?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all Smooth in my opinion. Like he went off like it was some old. And honestly,
it was Smith. It was fucking Jason Terry.
Yeah.
Corey Brewer.
Like, but this is what I'm saying though. It
was all dropping threes. Somebody had to play defense and collect the rebounds, and the MVP was on the bench.
Look, James had been carrying them niggas all year. All right, his back hurt. You know what I'm saying? It was finally time for them to step up and do something. What they got paid, they get paid.
It was every. Come on, man.
He was Ezel on Friday. Yeah. My back, my neck, and my back.
Yeah, he said, I'm tired of carrying you niggas, man. I got my back hurt. You know,
Okay, what about the Portland series then?
I don't want to talk about nothing involving Portland. Okay? Unless we see them this year, I don't want to talk about nothing involving Portland. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, that wasn't on James. Who was guarding Lillard? Was that? That was
I think Parsons. Yeah, I think it was either Parsons or it might have been Jeremy Lin.
It was Lin?
I think it might have been with Jeremy Lin. It's either Parsons.
I thought it was Parsons. I see White say Lynn. I see Edmund say Parsons. I thought it was Parsons. I might be wrong about that. Like I said,
it's one of those two. But no, I'm talking about the whole series. James Harden only shot at 36% that whole entire series, except for Game 6. Come on now. Like in the Rock, man, I know these things. Come on, come on now.
See, you talking about things we ain't supposed to be talking about. We're talking about the here and the now, you know, the new and improved James Harden. You know, we leave the past in the past. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't. I get it. I mean, I don't get it.
I don't think Harden is not this Harden. I don't think that Harden.
And don't get me wrong. I like Harden tremendously. Yeah. I think Harden was screwed out of 3 MVPs. Yeah. like I think Harden should have been the MVP three times plus the time he has one. Yeah. So I think we should be thinking of Harden in a way different light because he should have like 4 MVPs right now.
No, I agree with that. Like, but the thing is, like I said, you know, he's going to be that offensive guy because he's got with the 3 scoring titles he last. But I'm thinking, like I'm saying, at that time, and I think it took him.
He only got 3.
He's got 3 in a row right now. I don't know. I can't remember if he had no, but he's got the last 3. But like I say, even in the end, like I think James Harden needed some of them L's and some of these things to like develop to become who he is now. Because I don't think mentally he's the guy that he is now. Like, there's a difference in his eyes, like the way he plays. Like I said, I think going through the Chris Paul thing, Chris Paul left a little something with him, and I think Russell motivates a little something in him because I don't like Russell, but Russell's attitude I do like.
I think it might have took James Harden a while to figure out that he is the man, because all those years okay, see he was the sixth man on the bench, and like he's even said as much. He always thought that was going to be his career, like he was going to be the sixth man, like staying in Oklahoma City with KD and Westbrook, and I think some of those Rocket growing pains did like show him, and then also him proving to himself how good he is, and then I think another thing that lit a fire under him is how he is getting screwed. Like he was getting screwed year after year over these MVPs. Like he should be MVP all these other times. He's like, damn, like I should be the MVP. What are y'all talking about? Like for 3 months, he averages 40. How you average 40 points?
Then he pulled a fucking 30 for 30, like just all kind of crazy shit. But then people just dismiss, like like LeBron. I get voter fatigue because you voted for him and actually been an MVP. So like, how do you get voter fatigue for Harden? Like this is excuse of you only got one. Yeah, like I got voter fatigue. No, shut up, bitch. You've been voting for Steph Curry all the time. It blows my mind, dog. Like like to me, I think Steph Curry's a hype machine. Honestly, like I can't knock his shot. He's a damn good shooter.
Okay, I'm about to say, hold on.
That shot is the wettest shot since probably maybe Reggie Miller. You feel me? Like it's legit. Like I can't take that from his handles, but a good shot and solid handles does not an MVP make. Does not a legend make. Like Steph Curry is this 11 year in the league is for several years was a non-factor. And it was when the pieces got put around him, then all of a sudden he just blew. And like, nobody wants to acknowledge that.
There is a reason why he has three.
Well, then KD showed up.
He has three championships, but no final MVPs.
Correct.
And like it does speak volumes that KD comes in off the streets and just boom walks in and gives you 2 final MVPs.
Correct.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, if Golden State would have won the finals if they would find a way to beat Toronto, Curry wouldn't have been the MVP. It would have been Klay. Yeah, because Klay was the heart and soul of that team.
Klay's better. I mean, if we're talking about overall basketball, Klay's a better player than Steph Curry. We're talking about overall skill set. 10 times the defender he is. Shot. His shot is a hair less. I mean, he's a hair under Steph Curry because Steph got a Klay got a motherfucking shot. Klay, what did he go off for in like one quarter? He dropped like 30 in a quarter. He went 13.
He dropped 13 threes either in the quarter or in the half, something like that.
Like something stupid. So if I honestly feel like if they went the direction and say, well, Klay's gonna be our guy instead of motherfucking me Curry, I think you're almost gonna get a similar result. Now Klay's handles ain't on the level of Curry. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think if you want to feature him as the man, like you probably could get away when he's tougher than Curry. I mean, but he has his injuries too. But Curry got them baby ankles and shit.
No, but think about this. When Klay tore his ACL, Klay got back on defense.
Yeah.
He shot free throws and got back on defense. They had to call a timeout to get him off the court. Yeah. He about to get back on defense with a tore ACL.
Yeah, like I hate Klay, but I respect Klay a lot more than I do Curry. Like I say, to me, Curry had all the pieces around that allowed him to do what he was able to do. Because why was he not that name prior to? You know what I'm saying? Like once the pieces got around him, everything fell in place. They hold Mark Jackson. I didn't know he got kicked off of the team because he said some homophobic shit. I guess they said I don't believe in the term homophobic, but like he said some shit. I guess that was like anti-LGBT or something like that. And so people weren't happy.
Hey man, but
they are.
You want to talk about a guy that fell off? Was that announcer for the Reds?
Oh yeah, what did he say? I was trying to find a video of what he said. I couldn't find it, but I heard him get on the show. I just maybe the last time I put on this headset.
So before the broadcast, I think he had a hot mic, and I think he said the F word. Fag.
Yeah.
I can say my brother's gay. But
I think it's some clearance.
I can say nigger. I got black friends. I listen to the hip hop.
But I think he was talking about how Kansas City is like the F word capital, I guess, whatever. And then while he's apologizing in the broadcast, he announces Nick Castellanos' home run.
Oh wow, that's so
I thought that was hilarious because He's like, I feel like this is gonna be my last game as the announcer.
Yeah.
And then, here comes Nick Castellanos hit the home run.
Yeah.
Reds are out 4-0.
That's weird.
Yeah, I feel like I've done a lot of hard work, and it's just like, dude, you really just.
Yeah,
I mean, I admire him for his professionalism. I'll give him that. I mean, announcers got to announce.
Yeah. I think like in a situation like you just got to be aware of your scenario. Like I'm in the work environment. Like I'm just not gonna say shit because you just never know. Like you got hot mic shit. I'm in my own little house and I be hot micing my goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just got to be careful in them type of environments. Right. But yeah, he was super like this. I worked hard and
the way cancel culture is now.
Oh man, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna cancel myself. That way, motherfucker can't cancel you. You cancel yourself. God damn it. But he yeah, it was real weird. I just want to apologize to my employers and everybody I may have embarrassed. And it was just like, I don't know. Like, I guess, I don't know if I'll ever wear a headset again. Like, that motherfucker soul was just pouring out of his body on the air. It's like, I felt kind of bad for him, but, what it is. We know what kind of world we live in today. It's a weird one, but it kind of is what it is. But so we kind of segued into the baseball thing. Even though I do want to talk some shit about LeBron. In the basketball. I'm talking about it's one thing I have to say, and it's not even necessarily basketball related, right? Like, I can't say anything negative about LeBron on the court. Like, can't do it. Like, you really can't. Like, you can talk about his tenacity, you can talk about, personality. I don't like the fact he's a passive aggressive person off the court. But have y'all seen this thing like that people are claiming like LeBron's a fake reader?
The space.
Yeah,
I didn't know about that. I thought about the Space,
fake
the Space
reader.
Jam jersey.
He's a faker reader. He's a fake reader. I posted it. I might have posted it in the Den Discord. But he's a fake. Like they got a bunch of shots of him.
Reader?
Yeah, they got a bunch of shots of him reading various books over the years, and he's always on like the
he's always on the first page of a book.
Yeah, like always.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wink, what's the motherfucking deal? There, what's the motherfucking deal? Like, I didn't do a shout out, did I? I'm a whole ass nigga, man. God damn, I ain't shout out to Sauce Nation, man. I apologize, y'all. But yeah, man.
Maybe Honcho's last day at the headset.
Yeah, I think this may be my last day on the sauce. I forgot to shout everybody, but I want to thank everybody. I'm sorry for embarrassing, Roundtable and the things that I did. The city of Houston. I just, everybody, but that shit was funny. But nah, because here's my deal. Like, it's a thing, and it gets kind of not basketball-y, but like, I don't think. I got like an issue because black people always chant about Malcolm X, but I don't think they really understood what Malcolm X was about. Like, yeah. Like, and so a lot of people will be talking about Malcolm X, but then the shit you be preaching will be like, that's not his ideology. And so Braun, and I don't know the reporter, but this shit was funny as fuck if y'all ain't seen it. That's what happened with the fake reading of the Malcolm X book, right? And they caught him reading that book. He's on the bike or whatever. So the reporter asked, well, what's up with that book? How are you doing? And you could tell this motherfucker sitting there lying. Just started a few days ago. I hadn't really had a chance, but it's the first one I read cover to cover. Like, you just said you didn't read all of it.
In class. Yeah. That kid in class where you just kind of make up as you go when they're asking you about a book report.
Yeah, the book report, yeah. It's called The Wild. The Wild was calling him. It was about a dog and some shit. Like, he just sitting there, he just like, he was a, great man and very smart man, the things that he stood for and he believed in. And I'm like, this bitch, dog, because if you really read that shit, you'd either put that self down or really had some self-reflection, because Martin Luther King wouldn't have been fucking with what LeBron's doing this now. Like, again, I'm not telling y'all to agree or disagree. I'm just saying, like, it's two different ideologies. And so to sit here and watch this man say this shit.
I'm okay with the pull what he said on the Boondocks. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, that's what they should have had a Malcolm X episode, goddamn, so he could have it say too. But yeah, it's some crazy shit. So I'm just like, man, this dude LeBron, like, but again, he's very aware of his brand. You have to be. He's like one of the most watched people on the planet. So he like tries to sell this little weird shit. I think that's weird. Like, fuck, you the man, dog. Like, you never see Jordan do no weird shit like that. I mean, I don't know weird social media and like all this day and age, but
man,
fake book reading, dog. I actually called him
when
out.
I was watching when I was watching Game 2, I thought it was comical about the fact that they were highlighting LeBron's pregame workout.
Yeah.
Before the game, like they were showing him doing some workout with his personal trainer, and then all you hear throughout the whole thing is Jeff Van Gundy just like, "Oh, I could do that." Yeah. And then they zoom in. Then they have a clip of Jeff Van Gundy just doing push-ups. And I was just like, God, I love Jeff Van Gundy.
Dog, honestly, Van Gundy.
Why is that fire Van Gundy?
That I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. I like Van Gundy. Like I can't remember what the situation was while Van Gundy was out.
I'm kind of glad they did because I mean we wouldn't be able to see his personality pop out on ESPN.
Yeah,
the only thing I look forward to when it's an ESPN podcast.
But like I like Van Gundy because he just left. He left on his own accord. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Cause like I didn't remember there being like a deal. Like that's what I'm saying. I mean I don't know what it was, but I like Van Gundy. And like you said, when he's on the fucking thing, like he's
I know he
actually
still
more
lives. I know he still lives in Houston.
Yeah, I mean, why would you leave?
Yeah, he
the
still
city,
lives in Rice. He lives in Rice Village.
But that's the crazy thing. Everybody lives in Houston. That's a weird thing. Shaq got a crib out in Pearland. Like I said, you got motherfuckers who done played for teams here and left. They still keep their crib because again, like Houston is the place to be. Like, they may not get that national recognition, but
Wouldn't it shock me if Hobbs still has his place here?
Huh? Who's that?
I was saying, but Shaq from here. He from He from San Antonio, I think.
Shaq from San Antonio?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Yes. That's where we went to school at. Yes, he went to high school in San Antonio. Yes.
Wow, did not know that. Okay, Texas Shaq, how ass nigga. I guess I got to show a little bit more because I hate Shaq. I hate Shaq for everything.
So man, Shaq's from San Antonio, so he must love freaking. He must love Big Red, Big Red soda.
That's my answer for the question that if you was going to ask me what Magic superstar that I have the most issue with, it would be Shaq. It's not Dwight.
Oh,
I know most Magic fans can't stand Dwight, and I'm the opposite. I have no issue with Dwight. I have an issue with Shaq.
Oh, okay. Well, what's you felt like he left something to be desired, or like what was?
Like, see, when Dwight forced his way out to go to LA, he was justifiably so. Like the Magic just lost in the first round to the Indiana Pacers, and the year before that they lost in the first round to the Atlanta Hawks. He was basically done. Yeah. We didn't get him another star. His window was basically closed in Orlando. Mm-hmm. When Shaq was 2 years removed from being at the NBA Finals, and then the last time he wore a Magic jersey was in the Eastern Conference Finals, and he lost to Jordan. Yeah. He lost his last two times he lost as a Magic was in the NBA Finals to Kemah Olajuwon, the Houston Rockets, and then in the Eastern Conference Finals to Jordan and Pippen. You had Penny Hardaway, you had Nick Anderson, you had Horace Grant, you had Dennis Scott. That team was young and loaded, and you just walked away. Yeah,
a team that was competing year in and year out.
I need somebody to bring back the goggles, man. I need somebody to bring back the goggles.
Who didn't somebody have some a while back? No, not like, I mean, a couple, like maybe 2 or 3 years back, but not like a long time. Who had some goggles? Somebody had some fucking goggles or some kind of crazy. So now I might be thinking about Rip with the mask. That might be what I'm thinking about.
Somebody did wear goggles, but it was because they had to. I think they got poked in the eye. It might have been
Larry Sanders.
That's too much sauce.
It might have been Embiid. I think Embiid wore some goggles during the game because
I thought he wore the Batman mask.
No.
He did that too because when Markelle Fultz broke his face.
Appreciate the love, Damon 23, man, with the super saucy super chat love. Okay, yeah, that's wild. But let's kind of slide into some of this. This what's up? Before you
Dream used to wear some goggles sometimes too, though.
Yeah, Dream did. That was a motherfucking gangster, dog. Like the craziest part about Dream is like this nigga would hoop during Ramadan, fast all day and still ball.
You know what I miss about back in the day? Just the nicknames. Like, nicknames seem to be, like, the best thing in basketball. Like, there goes Hakeem the Dream. Yeah. Or Clyde the Glide.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, man, but you just gave somebody a nickname. You just got more excited when they scored.
Yeah. And the nicknames, like, rhyme. They're all catchy. Like, you got some weird shit now with the brow. What kind of weird shit is that?
Not everybody nicknames their damn initials. Like, that's just so overplayed.
Yeah. That's wild. Like, yeah, it's a lot of weird shit going on. This newer generation. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if it's the commentators. Do you blame the commentators? Because it seemed like that's who really kind of builds that culture.
I mean, your boy got a nickname, the Greek Freak.
Greek Freak. Nigga there, though.
That's just too much, though, man. it's easier than to pronounce his name. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 2-word nickname, man. A nickname is a nickname. It's one word. At least it should be, unless it's this.
That nigga got some old hieroglyphic name. Fuck that nigga and his name. Fuck the Greek freak, overrated ass.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Man, I don't even want
That's
to learn
right.
that shit.
I don't practice that like so many times to pronounce Antetokounmpo.
Everybody still says his name wrong because his name. We call him Giannis. His name is not Giannis. It's Giannis.
I always thought the G was silent. I don't know. I thought
It's Giannis.
Oh, okay.
It's Giannis.
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 Is that what you're saying?
Wait, you ain't
Giannis.
nobody got time for that Greek shit. Look, we speak English over here. This is America, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear all that. Yeah, nigga, your name is Carl. We change your name, Carl Atkins. That's your name. You ain't got time to learn this fucking new shit. Carl Atkins. Yeah, you know how when motherfuckers used to come, like the immigrants used to come back in the day, and they had them fucked up ass names. They changed their names so it was like more American and shit. That's what we gonna do with them. Look, you go to what is that, Ellis Island or where the fuck they used to go by the fucking.
So basically,
Yeah, it was Ellis.
So you try to coot the kid.
Yeah, hey, fuck that. Hey, he didn't say it's different. You feel me? Because me and Professor Trill were having this conversation and some other stuff. So it doesn't count, right? He can't technically be Kunta because he's not really black.
The Joker is a cool nickname, but I don't know. I think it's just because his name is Jokic. I think that's the only reason why people call him the Joker.
Oh, well, you say he's not black.
No, he's not black. This is the conversation we've come. Apparently, black is only a dark-skinned American thing. If you're from another country, you're not technically black. You know, you're black.
He's technically not Greece because I think he was born in Africa. He was just raised in Greece.
No, that's even worse. He betrayed the motherland. Fuck him.
I feel like you're referring to that Black Jeopardy skit with Drake when they had the Canadian guy.
I ain't never seen it. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like I guess you can call it a hater or whatever. I'm just like not a Drake fan. Like I don't like music. It's like real weird to me. So when he acts, it's like real weird. I think his whole life is an act. Like when I look at him, I just see an actor. Like even when he's making music, I think he's just like acting like a rapper.
Does Drake
frustrate
you? Does Drake frustrate you or make you proud when he talks about Houston?
Frustrates the fuck out of me. I get annoyed when this motherfucker talk about Houston. It's like you're not H-Town.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas was the most confusing thing I ever heard in my life.
Like nigga from H-Town would never say no. Yeah, like a nigga would never say no shit like that. I rock with Sauce more than I rock with Drake. Shit, you know. Sauce put on for the city. Sauce show the city love. This nigga Drake say I got a week Houston appreciation weekend and don't even show up. Like what kind of shit is that, nigga? You know, it's like
how did he get a day in Houston?
The same way fucking Mayor Sylvester. This motherfucker
Cardi B got a day.
Dog, this motherfucker Sylvester. Yeah, Cardi got a day.
Cardi B got a day.
Somebody else just got a fucking day this year. Like
I know. I think Kemah got a day too.
Yeah, like all you gotta do is come do a concert in Houston. You get a day in this bitch. Like, god damn. Like at first I was like, shit, I gotta start rapping so I can give me a day. Now I just gotta do a song. I guess go perform somewhere. You get a fucking day. Like I like look, Sylvester, you tripping? You know, I tell him y'all call y'all. You give him my number. Cause I got beef with that shit. Cause this motherfucker be just giving anybody a day, dog. Like I was cool with Slim Thug and Kiki. I was cool with Trader. Yeah, cause they put in work. Like they weren't just artists. Like these niggas actually put in work in the streets. Like helping people. Trey done 10 lifetimes worth and still doing. Like what Trey does is like underappreciated times 10. Like people ain't showing Trey the love he deserves. Like you know. The shit it ain't just like the rehabilitation. It wasn't just her. Like this dude going to prisons and work with the prison. Like Trey, I don't think people are really paying attention. Like I commend him.
He makes sure kids got stuff for school. He makes sure people get tested Trey do put in like Trey is bigger than rap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's the crazy thing because I don't really care for music like that. I'm not like necessarily checking for his music. Like I like a lot of the old Gorilla Mob stuff. I know him and Zero. I don't know what the beef. That's like none of my business. I don't know why they don't fuck around. But like I don't really like. I'll be honest. I haven't like caught up with it ever since he's been kind of fuck with T.I. and shit like that. You know, I ain't really been like on it. But I commend what he's doing. Like you said, it's bigger than rap. Like fuck every verse you make. If that's the shit you really doing, that shit is way more heavy than anything else. So yeah, you gotta commend him. But I forgot how we got there, but yeah, giving niggas days and shit. Like he's more than earned one. He deserves that and then some. But other motherfuckers, like again, you come over here and do the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and you get a motherfucking day. Like that's basically what happened. This bitch came to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, dressed like a fucking stripper cowboy, and Sylvester Turner gave her a fucking day. Dog. Like I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
So does Andre have a day? Because if we gonna be giving out days all willy nilly.
Exactly. Like Andre deserved it because he dropped it. He go hit the damn. Every Christmas he hitting the damn shopping sprees, and even when he wasn't here, he was still doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like
he was in India and Tennessee, still doing the shit.
Yeah, exactly. Damien, he put on for Houston.
Oh yeah, was that while Sylvester Turner was yeah, that was while Sylvester Turner was mayor.
So yeah, I say that shit there is wild, man. Way off here.
Hey, we need a damn day. Let's we're gonna go to the Livestock Radio Show. We gonna get us a day.
Yeah, we're gonna pull up and just look. Y'all tell Sylvester Turner have his people hit my people. We got to have a conversation. But let's talk a little baseball, man. And shout out to Mr. Hector again. If y'all ain't checking out the content Hector has dropped, man, he's been putting in a lot of work. Got to respect that. But to kind of follow up, because I know the video was done Monday. And so, everybody may not, be up to date. What is it? What's going on with the Astros right now? Like the update on Jordan? Did he have did he have surgery or did they get it tested or something like that today?
With Bregman, or are you talking about Jordan?
Did Jordan? Was it Jordan had it today? I saw somebody. I thought they said somebody Jordan having a surgery or something like that. I didn't see how it went out.
Yeah, Jordan's gonna need a surgery for his patella, on his right patella. Mm-hmm. So he's done for the year. I mean, it sucks, but I mean he only played one game with the Astros, which ironically enough he hit a home run on that game. Mm-hmm. So it sucks to not have him, but I mean, like I said, man, right now for the Astros, it's just been next man up. And I think they've done pretty good about it. I mean, a lot of these young guys have been doing really, really well. Props to Kyle Tucker for having a series with the Rockies, but it's just going to be like that this year, man. And now you got Bregman, who's going to be day-to-day with his hamstring discomfort. So it's going to be a rough year, but I don't know about Josh James by persuasion. I don't know if that's a major loss, but obviously I don't wish on anybody getting hurt like that. But I mean, you got some main players that are definitely you want to definitely take your time, especially with Verlander. You don't want to rush him back in. But I mean, like I said, man, a lot of guys have been stepping up, so you can give them props for that. And with this, I guess, extension for the playoffs, for extending the teams to make it into the playoffs, all the Astros really got to do is finish second in the AL West, and they're in the postseason. So I mean, it's like I don't personally like it, but like I said, for this season alone, I'm willing to try other things. But after the season's over, I want them to go back to the original playoff format because I do not like this format at all. I like the exclusivity of what the original playoff format is, just personally for me. Because, I mean, you got almost more than half the league going into the postseason, and it's just not that fun to me with that. I want to know that the best teams are going in, you know what I mean? But for right now, ironically enough, because of this, it kind of works in the favor for the Astros because it's like, all we have to do is just be better than the Rangers, the Angels, and the Seattle Mariners. So that's not that difficult of a task, to be honest.
Okay, so you think the Astros have a legit playoff push this year, even with all the injuries?
I mean, as long as they handle their business, like I said, man, I would want to hopefully get these guys to hit more better when they have guys on second and third, which is the thing that I've been harping on the most so far, just because the Astros
still in the slump.
Altuve still. Well, actually, Altuve had a game yesterday, so hopefully that's a sign for good things to come. But I mean, like, it's just kind of one of those things where these guys gotta hit, man. Especially when they have an opportunity to put this game out of reach. Because I mean, when you do that, obviously you can take a risk on those guys in the bullpen that are not pitching well. So you can let them go out there, get some confidence in. Because pitching is a really tricky thing. Like, in order to get better at pitching, you got to go out and pitch. And if they're not pitching well, you don't want to put them in there in situations where, hey, this could cost us the game if you mess this up. You know what I mean? So if you put them in those like less pressure situations where the Astros are up by, 6+ runs, put them out there, let them get those 3 outs. Hopefully they didn't give up too much, and then you just keep going with the game. So hopefully they can get some hits going. Because right now, like I said, the Astros are currently 29th in leaving guys on base, which that's bad. So I mean, hopefully they can get. And it's funny, they're 29th in runners left on base, but then they're also in the top when it comes to scoring runs. So that just tells you that if this team does better of getting these guys getting these guys home, they're going to be clearly one of the best teams when it comes to scoring runs.
Okay. All right. Like I say, the thing I love about it is, like I say, I'm learning as I listen to, and so like I say, shout out to Hector. Is there, like I say, if you're a casual fan, you say what the Padres series is coming up, what would you say? Like, what would you recommend to someone who may not be super familiar to be looking out for if they was, if they were to watch that series, they would want to watch a game in that series?
Well, for one, the Padres have been hitting home runs. Actually, I think they are currently in a 4-game streak of hitting grand slams.
Damn.
And it's against the Texas Rangers. That's the reason why.
Oh, okay.
But obviously, this is a team that rakes.
Yeah.
This is a team that rakes. So I mean, you got a lot of guys that can hit on that team. You got Eric Hosmer. You got Manny Machado. You got obviously Fernando Tatis Jr., who I'm gonna honestly, man, it won't be shocking if I end up mentioning Fernando Tatis Jr. a lot throughout this season, just because like the kid's just fun to watch, man. He makes you love baseball, man. Like the way he's playing, he's definitely. I think if you want to get the young crowd to like get into baseball, it's Fernando Tatis Jr., man. You gotta put more of Fernando Tatis out there because he's gonna get kids to want to play baseball for sure. Because I mean, he's just doing things. He's got the logs, man. He's just having fun, man. He's got that Latin swagger. You know what I mean? He has like the 2 buttons undone. He's got the gold chain. Like so. I mean,
the machismo. Okay, that's what's happening. I'm with it. And shout out to Jared Key, man. And for those of y'all who are not familiar, a while back, I had the chance of getting to hang out with Mr. Jared Key. He invented this game, called Tri-Ball. And we will be getting together in September. I believe the 26th is the date. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can drop the information in the chat if you want to, Jared Key. I know I'm supposed to be there. I think Mr. Hector's supposed to be there. A few other guys I know who are in the community of Talking Texans. And Jared was asking Mr. Spitz, would you be interested? And so I mean, if you still got a little athleticism in you, so it's a cool game. Like I think that it'll be good. I think it'll be good for the people. So I'll definitely be there. It'll be cool. Mr. Spitz will be there. It'll be a good little deal. So that'll be what's up. And again, if y'all are interested, y'all hit up Jared or hit me up, and I'll make sure put y'all in there. We get all the information there. I think it'll be a good deal. Because it won't be as bad as last time. Y'all saw me in the video last time. I was about a solid 270 around that time. So, I got about a month to lose a little something. I can drop about 20.
That boy was on the lean.
Knees wasn't even moving.
Also, if you guys aren't familiar with the rules of Tri-Ball, just check out Jared's channel. He has the rules and everything for you, so you guys can go ahead and learn it beforehand.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, man, it's a fun game. It's a live game. It's gonna take over. You gotta fuck with it. I'm wearing my Tri-Ball shirt when I pull up. But yeah, let's take a look at what you guys, the conversation I know most of y'all are here to have, right? That most people want to talk about. We're gonna talk a little Texans. I told y'all why, honestly, usually we would do training camp around this time and all that. But to me, with no joint practices, it makes it a lot less interesting. It's different to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just practice. But when you got a joint practice come up, now you can kind of gauge shit. You can kind of start talk about things more. But my deal is of course everybody's gonna talk about all the good stuff that's happening in practice. That's just what it is. So I don't feel like you're gonna get the real out of that.
Practice.
That's exactly how I feel too. With no joint practices and preseason, it seems like it's a lot of fluff.
Yeah.
A lot of smoke getting blown up everybody's butt because like it's such did look good. I mean, like how did they really look good? Like, case in point, the Texans sent out a video talking about. I think that they captioned it "zooming." It was a video of David Johnson.
Yeah.
And all he did was just run through the defense's arms. Like the defense, he got the ball, ran, and the defensive players went like this.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm supposed to be excited about that. Like they weren't even trying. Like they didn't even try to touch him, let alone tackle him. Like that's not impressive. That's not giving me hyped up for the season. That's not getting me ready to watch. David Johnson about to lead the league in rushing. Like no, like it's unless these guys are practicing against the Saints or the Patriots or something like that, or they got preseason games where I can actually judge actual competitive football. Yeah. It's just whatever. See me on September 10th.
Yeah, because it's like, you can't go from 1 week to the next. Say, okay, well he improved upon this, and you're seeing it against live competition. Like, nigga, practically it's the same motherfuckers every day. It's just like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying?
I think also with the fact that there is no preseason games, man, a lot of these guys that would be trying to be fighting for those final roster spots, man, they're not really gonna have to get to that because I mean, all you can do is just really show out and practice. And once again, we're talking about practice. Yeah. I feel like that's gonna be the best quote. That quote's gonna live forever, man. I think there'd be kids that wouldn't even know what that quote means, but they'll even use that quote. Yeah, they don't know but I mean, like, that's always been we always talk about we hear all the things. We say, they say all these things. Oh man, freaking so and so looks good, man. So and so looks good. Crossing did some damage. Did some work on Kiki Kuti. We've heard all this stuff, and we're just like, that's cool, man. But we want to see it in the game. We want to see it in an actual live situation, and obviously you can't really go full out on practice. And then it would be nice to have those cross practices with another team. I think the only two teams that can really do that right now is the Chargers and the Rams, and that's just because they're in the same city.
Yeah, that's crazy. We need to bring them offside honors back so we can have them joint practices. You feel me? That's what we really need.
Offside. But when would they play it though?
Well, until we get a stadium built, they could go play at U of H Stadium for a little while. Well, now because if the XFL coming back, they're gonna be over there. That's interesting. What would they play? I mean, they got venues. They ain't it a spot in Humble? They got I know they used to do like a little rodeo or something there. I mean, I don't know if that's big enough. They might have to. They maybe could do some little stuff.
Would you drive all the way up to Humble though?
I mean, I'd be moving around the city. I probably would. Like, I think it depends. It just if you, I don't know. That's actually a good question. Because, again, if you're going to be... I don't think they need... we wouldn't be able to call it North Side. Because then you start the whole North Side, South Side beef again. You bring the fucking North Side owners back. You come to South Side, Texas. But, I mean, if it was a team I was rooting for, I'd probably... if it's a game day, I'd make it a thing out. Yeah, I'm going to slide to Humble if that's where they were or, wherever they at. So, I wouldn't really trip. I mean, shit, next slide to Humble to go to fucking IAH. So, shit, you go catch a flight, you go catch a game. But my thing, like, with this though, and again, like you said, the David Johnson stuff, a lot of the, like, it's always going to be favorable footage because nobody's trying to do anything. When you go into practice, like everybody, there is a hierarchy on the team. David Johnson's going to have some status, being the guy that was brought in and traded for Hop, like, so he's going to have some pull, quote unquote, even though he is a new guy. He's your starter, like, even though I don't know. Again, we'll just have to see. But like I said, I think I'm actually looking more forward to seeing Duke than I am David at this point. Until I've seen otherwise, like I know what I've seen Duke do in a Texan jersey. I haven't seen David do in a jersey yet. So until then, like that's how I am. And y'all can say, "Well, are you just hating?" But I treat that's what y'all gonna especially learn about me. Like it's hard to shift opinions. Like it took a bit for me to shift my Bill opinion. It's going to take a lot to shift back being in favorable of him. Fucking, like I say, even with the basketball, Russell Westbrook came over here and has been a benefit to the Rockets. But I'm not fucking a Russell fan. You're like, you got to do something, like something meaningful. And then we'll start having that conversation. So like right now, like, again, like David and or Cooks and Cobb. Like again, like it's going to get to a point where I have to see it against competition. And again, you're robbed of that with no preseason because I think you start building that hype. Like when you see it, you're like, okay, yeah, okay, bam, okay, I see it. Oh, I'm looking excited. I'm excited to see this in the season. But I guess like so we're not seeing. It's like I can't fabricate some hype for some shit. Like it's not in me. Like I need to see it physically and to know what's going on. But if you are, it's all hypothetical. It's all speculation. Because like y'all said, we hear people, oh, they're doing good, they're doing great, and then next week they cut. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
like
Yep.
like so what do y'all feel like? Who do y'all think is going to be maybe a surprise player to watch coming out this end? I mean, this encompasses anybody. So you can say a rookie that you think may surprise, or a guy who's been here a while that may step it up a notch. Like who is your guy to watch? Who are you keeping an eye on this team that you're expecting to make a big leap this year?
John Weeks.
No Weeks on him. Is Weeks the longest team in Texas?
I think he is.
Yeah, I think he is too. I think he's the last one left.
I mean, he's the team legend, right? I mean, he's the captain, right?
When Weeks is gone, you got to sell the team, baby.
I think not in terms of ability, but in terms of production, a guy's gonna have a breakout year, and I think there's gonna be Fuller.
Okay.
Yeah, last year of his contract. That's a good one.
I think Fuller's gonna have anywhere between 12 to 13 100 yards, and he's gonna have double-digit touchdowns.
Okay. I can see it. If he stays healthy, I think that happens easy. Like honestly, I think if Fuller can remain healthy, I think he gets that easy. But that's just my question. Like, and it always goes.
Does Fuller? Now the question is, does Fuller get a contract? That's the question.
You saying like before the season's over with, before he has a chance to like walk, or do they? Or what do you think they offer him after the season?
Yeah, before. Does he get a contract?
Or whenever?
Yeah, just whenever.
I think you got to get to about week 14, see where you're at, see what the health has looked like, and I think you kind of got to pull a trigger then, because or at least in the past week 10 somewhere, like you got to get deep off in the season. And he's looking, I mean, he's have to be looking really good, because I think you're still taking a gamble, even if he does have one healthy season, and that's actually like the anomaly. So, me thinking about the Texans, I think they're going to lowball him, and I think he's going to be like, nah, I'm good on that, and I think he's going to end up being in a situation like Reader or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If it does happen, but if he gets injured, then I think he's going to take whatever offer that they give. I think they'll still offer him, but I think it's going to be like a real shitty offer.
You don't think they'll franchise tag him?
No.
That could be.
I mean, they could be. I don't think it would be a smart idea to do it.
I actually think they would franchise tag, because actually, to be honest, Will Fuller actually is the perfect person to franchise tag. The reason why, if he has a fully healthy season, like you just said, that could be the anomaly.
Yeah.
You franchise tag him and force him to do it again.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea. Prove it to us twice, then we'll cut the check. If you can do it twice, we'll cut the check. I can see that. I can see that. I mean, that makes sense. What about you, Heck? Who you looking at? Who you think is going to stand, jump off the page, or jump off the screen this year?
You know what? I'm gonna stick with a fellow person from the SWAC family, an HBCU guy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say Titus Howard. I think I'm gonna rock with him. I'm a believe in him.
Okay.
Once again, it's part of that HBCU family, so I think I want to support him for that. But I think he's actually looked really he's improved. I feel like every time I've seen him play. So I think that I'm definitely gonna go ahead and say Titus Howard.
Okay. I don't have no fault with that. I think Titus is gonna be better this year. And I don't think he was terrible last year. But he's got some room for improvement. But I think he's going to be all right there. I think that line, as much shit we talk, like I think it's going to be much better. I think like with Tunsil, being a leader in that group, I think he's a guy that's going to speak to him. I think he's going to want things a certain way. And and them getting that continuity. Like, to me, that's the most important thing. Like, last year, you threw a bunch of guys in there that never played together. You got some
Man,
guys,
wire
rookies.
persuasion. You can't put those two things together. HBCU sim.
Oh man, I don't know, man. It was some simp ass niggas at TSU when I was around. Them niggas got mad.
That sounds like somebody that has never been to the Tiger Walk. That's what it sounds like to me.
Oh, nigga, look, I missed class for the guy. Wasn't even at TSU. Nigga, we used to be on that Tiger Walk. Tough. I'm like, damn, what is this the block or is this college? What is going on? Like, and niggas used to be mad. What the U of H niggas doing over here? You know,
Hey, white persuasion. I'm sorry that you don't like the sound of good bands. I'm sorry that you can't enjoy good band music.
Well, you know what? Well, we know that white persuasion's not voting for Joe Biden because he ain't black. So, you don't like the HBCUs either. Oh, god damn, this meeting here. Sit your ass down. Atlanta Braves. You like all bad teams, Angela. Don't nobody want to rise up. Don't nobody give a shit about the Falcons. They're trash. The Braves ain't brave. They some cowards. Fuck them. What else y'all got? What else y'all got? The Hawks can't fly.
The Braves are racist. The Braves are racist, man.
Yeah, it's 2020. Get rid of that shit. Fucking racist Indian haters. Get that guy. You look at you supporting that racist shit in this meet. I knew you something was wrong with you.
Hey. They are not Indians. Those are Native Americans. That's a false term.
Oh, man, look. I figured out.
Man. She believes in animal cruelty too.
Yeah, she's a terrible. Miss Mead is a terrible fan. But Angela, I got love for you, Angela. You just got bad taste. Everybody can't be perfect. But yeah, man. So like I say, man, my guy, I think, and this is kind of a weird one because I think that he's shown it again. I don't want to put him in that category, but he's had some incidents. I'm looking to see a full one put together from Dylan Cole because I think Dylan Cole can be that guy. Like, I think he can be that guy if he can remain healthy. He's just had some unfortunate situations. But I'm looking forward to what I think he can ultimately be. And I think he got married over the thing. I think he just recently got married or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So, but like I said, I like Cole. So he's the one I'm going to be watching. Again, like I say, to see what he brings. I think that's somebody I'm interested in. But it also, the two I think I'm going to watch the most, again, is the offensive and defensive coordinator. I know I said players, but are we going to see a difference in what we see on the field from when Tim Kelly was calling plays to when Bill O'Brien was calling plays? And I feel like we are because in that interview, Deshaun said, it's different. And I'm not saying it verbatim. I'm probably fucking it up. But he's like,
gotcha.
He's like, me and Kelly kind of have an understanding. He's like, I know what he's thinking from working with him all last year. So when the situation going on to the field, I'm already knowing what he's thinking because of, like I say, work. But now he's actually calling the play, so they'll be on the same play. So that tells me.
Honcho, don't fall for the okie doke, man.
Look. I'm trying to believe my man Deshaun, man. I'm trying to believe in my boy Deshaun. Oh, Deshaun, the savior, wouldn't lie to me. You know what I'm saying? Bill O'Brien will lie to me. Tim Kelly, I don't know that nigga. He'll lie to me. Deshaun wouldn't lie to me. If he say he on point with Kelly, I want to hear it because it justifies me. It justifies me saying this because it allows me to say Bill O'Brien was fucking shit up last year. Because if he's saying this about this relationship that they're having with his play caller, and it sounds like he feels much more comfortable with his play caller with Tim Kelly than he did with Bill O'Brien calling, because there was no real connection. Even Bill O'Brien, I don't got time to. So it's like you don't have that relationship, you don't have that understanding. Bill O'Brien's out there doing probably what the fuck he wants. That's why Deshaun was out there, man. You know what? Fuck this stupid ass play. Let's we finna go asteroid. We finna do this, that, and the third, because that connection ain't there. They're not simpatico. Now, again, Tim Kelly.
As long as he doesn't, as long as Bill O'Brien doesn't walk on Friday and say like, "Hey, we're changing the scheme." As long as I don't have to hear any of that.
Well, he could do that the first week because we play on Thursday. So
yeah, go ahead. We'll change next week gameplay. But my thing, the reason why I say this is
Tuesday morning, changing up the game plan.
Because I think in a situation like this, especially with Tim Kelly kind of being a novice type in a situation, really to me, I think that I call this his first year being an OC, even though it's technically his second. Because if you're not calling plays, I kind of like, that's just kind of how I feel. Like, I don't think he had real control. And then, like we just said, you heard the rumors of Bill O'Brien coming and changing. Like, what control did he really have? You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying this is Tim Kelly's going to want to look good, right? He's going to want to make sure he goes out there and looks like he's doing his job. And he may be. So I personally feel that he's going to be a guy that's going to listen to Deshaun more and what Deshaun wants to do and how he's feeling in that situation compared to a guy like O'Brien, who's stubborn and hard-headed, yet even though he hadn't proven anything. And so I think that it'll be better for Deshaun because I think that it'll be much more comfortable.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, like I say, the QB whisperer, who's only famous for yelling at somebody, like that's the most asinine shit ever. But that's what I think. But I feel you. I already know Spitz. Like, because trust me, I am a disciple of Ray Ray. You know what I'm saying? Ever since the Broncos game, I constantly refer to that. So I don't ever want to get too over anything in any direction on this team because as soon as you do, well, we all know what happens. But I'm trying to generate some hope. I'm trying to generate some potential. Because again, I'm not going. You can sit there and say get over it. Like I'm not getting over the hop thing until you make me get over it on the field. Like you have to show that what you did was worthwhile. Ain't no get over it. Because if you put a product on the field that is underperforms offensively, and we already know who everybody gonna blame though. But like if you put a product like then no, I'm not getting over you, stupid bitch. You got rid of the fucking your best weapon, your best player, the most consistent motherfucker, the most healthy motherfucker you had. Like. The staple of this offense, even before Deshaun got here. And you just get rid of him. For whatever reason. You know, you talk about asking price, we talk about all that other shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. If we have a bad season, though, Bill O'Brien has the scapegoat, right? Oh, you know, young DC, young OC. You know, it wasn't me. You know, it's these guys. So, like I say, Bill's going to be, like, at this point, I've accepted the fact Bill's going to be here for the next few years. Like, so it's hard to get excited about that, but you know,
we saw what happened last time he had an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
it's.
We also.
I'm trying to give him the benefit that maybe he's learned something over the years. Maybe he fucking hit his head and had an awakening over the summer. You know, I don't know, but it's like. Like I can't fabricate, I can't fake it, but like I said, I'm really trying to look at the positive. The thing is that when Deshaun Watson steps on that field, anything can happen. And basically whether Tim Kelly's OC and he's good or bad or whatever, like I have that level of faith in Deshaun. But like I say, it's just at this point them actually executing and proving it. Otherwise, you know, I don't know. But looking at this real quick before we get recycled, I didn't realize we were going as long as we had, but Game 1, we play Kansas City, right? They got a couple of injuries. Who was it? Himmler and Hill, right? With the hamstrings. What are you talking about? You trying to steal sauce from me. So, do you think the Hill situation is going to carry over into Week 1? And if it does, what impact do you think it will have on that game?
Injuries on any level can have any type of impact. I mean, so especially I know Tyreek Hill had something wrong with his knees or something like that, the ankle.
Yeah, I don't know if it was ankle. I thought it was a ham. I might have got it wrong. I thought it was a hamstring situation, but
it could have been hamstring. Yeah,
and Breland out too. I forgot about him. Yeah, I forgot Rashawn Breland out with the 4-game suspension for whatever he was doing. People was rumoring that it was nose candy or some shit. I don't know. You know, the guy ain't finna speculate.
Oh damn,
that'd be wild.
Yeah, but Tyreek Hill. That's their most dangerous weapon. Even though against us, the person who was the most dominant was Kelsey. But we know a lot of Kelsey's success also comes from being a product of him being opened up from Tyreek Hill. So I mean that is something that could be concerning. I mean, as far as the Chiefs fan, it could be concerning if you don't have that. Now they probably feel walking into this game confident, like they're gonna be able to go over the Texans' head. Which, like I said, we talk about the issues with the secondary all day long. So, yeah, I mean, if Tyreek Hill or some other players are not playing on September 10th, that could bode well for the Texans and be problematic. Now, on the side note, I want them to be there. I want to play them. I don't want no excuses.
Exactly.
I don't want no. Well, yeah.
You want
Tyreek Hill ain't play. I want y'all to lace up. We gonna lace up. We gonna win.
Yeah.
Like it just is what it is. That's how I want it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because I mean, That's always that caveat with the Texans. People gonna, that's the first thing when it comes to Texans. People gonna look for that cat, but it because oh, that's right. Persuasion, you swap, you go to Tech now, huh? Yeah, Persuasion, Red Raider.
Oh, what's up, baby? Hey, Reckless.
I mean, if you like that kind of thing, I mean,
Hey,
not that there's anything wrong with that, but
what about the Go Cubes?
well,
Third Ward.
Hey, hold it down. And where's Broderick? Because we need you know what? And we're over this week. I don't know what you got going on, Miss, but we got a conversation. I got to get because I keep catching y'all at different times. I got to get you and Mr. Broderick together. We got to have a conversation.
Yes, get him. We do.
Yeah, because I need answers to this because I know what I'm believing. I know which way I'm leaning, but I need to. I just I would like both parties to be there because there's been accusations of cheating, and referee interference. There's been some allegations of Lamarck hate, bias, and some other things. So, I got to get to the bottom of what happened in this game. So we gonna try to make that shake. But here's the deal, man. We gonna get ready to wind it down. We done been over the mark. I know the Dynamo are on. Watch the goddamn Dynamo. All right. Hector been putting in all this work for y'all, trying to teach y'all, trying to school y'all, trying to learn you on the motherfucking Dynamo. y'all don't even want to respect. It's a beautiful game, baby. Watch that soccer. Like it actually is really interesting. I was like surprised that like watching the Dash. I got excited and entertained watching the game. Put a poll up if you're on Twitter. Make sure you go.
It's crazy when good soccer is played. Actually, when good soccer is being played.
Yeah. That's what I said. I got to learn. So I can't tell the difference between good and bad. I'm just watching the shit. But the more you pay attention, the more you learn. But I put a poll up on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, make sure you vote in the poll. And please answer why. It's pinned on the top of the Soft Sports HTX page. And it's asking...
A lot of people are lying.
Yeah,
a lot of people are lying on that.
Yeah, we going to talk about it. But it is... And I'd like to know your thoughts, Spitz. What team in Houston most or best embodies the culture of the city of Houston?
The Rockets.
I probably agree with that. Do you think the Texans embody Houston?
No, not even close.
What about the Astros?
Yeah, because especially when they changed their logo back to the star with the H. When it was when they was wearing the pinstripes, maybe not so much then. They might have been your grandfather's Astros, but like now since they've this modern era, especially when they did whatever they had to do to try to win the World Series. I ain't got no issue with that. But they lean toward, but it's the Rockets, Astros, and then I guess you would throw the Texans in by default.
Shit.
But then
Dynamo and Dash go harder for the city than the Texans do. Like they actually hold it down.
I was about to say, to be honest, before you go Texans, you could throw in some high schools and basic stuff like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. If we talk about overall, like the Texans might be. If we want to throw in school, and we talk about amateur sports included, Texas might not even be in the top 10 though. Like on some real shit, like they might not be in the top 25. We talking about.
Mean, like you just look at the social media right now for the Dynamo, man. Like you hear that the Houston rap sound, man. Like it's just like they're all about the city, man. I mean, they got freaking Bun B, they got freaking Slim Thug. They got them always at the games, man, and they're all about it, man. Then you get all these Houston athletes that go. Freaking, I don't know how many times Nene was at the Dynamo game, but that dude was. One time I thought it was Honcho.
Is it because the people who brought the Texans here are not from Houston?
I think so. Like they don't have no real Houston tie. Like this team is more Carolina than anything. Like that's the weird shit. Like it does not have a real Houston feel to it. Like to me, this team is real corporate. Like honestly, I think you could pick this team up and put it anywhere, and it'll basically do the same. Like It doesn't say Houston.
So
Nothing about Houston other than their name says Houston or Texan, really.
Because to be honest, I mean, a lot of y'all ain't gonna like it, but the team that embodied the city of Houston is playing in Nashville.
Blue collar
Come on.
grit,
And
toughness.
here comes back the Oiler talk. Here comes back the
No,
Oiler talk.
think about it.
It's true.
Think
It's
about
true.
think
true.
about Oilers, that oil, that lean.
Yeah.
No.
Look, oh yeah, and if we talk about the Roughnecks are back, the Roughnecks go over to Texas because the rest of the Rockton brought the XFL, so they coming back. The Roughnecks are more Houston than because they was
That's a blue collar team, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a blue collar team.
Like the Roughnecks look like they did their research and went out, like even in the logo, they went and researched everything Houston. We're gonna throw these colors, we're gonna throw this style of logo, we're gonna have a little we're gonna have a little look like the little Oilers logo a little bit. Like they went out and did their due diligence and put that team together. That team felt like the city. You know what I'm saying?
That's why it was easy to get behind them. Not just because they was winning. They felt like something that you could ride for.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I said. Like, I again, I love the team, and again, they're gonna get so much love from Roundtable. But to me, they're not Houston at all, man. So I don't know, but again, keep rocking.
Football time in Houston.
We're gonna get them right. That's what the sauce is.
You know what? One of the things I always notice, like, did you ever watch the documentary, the ESPN 30 for 30 for Michael Vick?
No, I haven't seen it.
Because they were talking about how much Atlanta changed once obviously the current owner of the Falcons came in, but he basically embraced Atlanta because he saw like how much attraction Mike Vick was getting. Mm-hmm. So then now you're hearing all this Atlanta rap going on, like you walk into the stadium and all you hear is these Atlanta rappers, man. They embrace the Atlanta culture, and I mean I don't think you see that from the McNair family. They don't see like who's your main demographic. You know what I mean?
So my thing is too is would you mention in that, and considering what Deshaun not being a Texas guy, and because they asked him like what kind of music he listened to, and he listed like a lot of Atlanta rappers and things like that. Do you think that has anything to do with it, or I mean, does this predate way before Deshaun? This has been a problem for a long time.
That's been how it is. Just
I like how Mrs. Me got mad at me, even though I'm actually complimenting the Atlanta Falcons.
Man, fuck Atlanta. How about that? You know what I'm saying? New Atlanta, old Atlanta, real Atlanta. ATL shouty. Yeah, I'll get them fairies off your street corners first. Then we'll talk some football.
What's the name of your shouty?
You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker's twirling on street corners, old whole grown ass men looking like fairies. That's weird shit. Y'all on some weird stuff. Clean your streets, Atlanta. But yeah, like and that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. I don't know, man. Like I could be the ownership because we've said it before. Like it seems like Cal don't even really. It's like I'm just happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like I own it. It's cool. I'm a show face. But I don't know. So like I don't think he gives a fuck, right? And then of course Bob in there wasn't finna. If you feel any way about inmates running to prison, you absolutely know he wasn't finna. Well, let's get some of this. You got that new zero? Let's bump this shit. You know what I'm saying? So that shit wasn't finna happen. You feel me? So it just kind of is what it is. I wish they would, but it's like maybe they'll take a page, like look around the city and see what everybody else is doing.
I mean, there's that, but I mean the fact that they don't have to do anything and they still get revenue.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of it all, why change when you're still making revenue? People are still buying, the jersey. They're still buying the stuff. They're still going to the games. So I mean, like, what's the point of them changing if like nothing? They're not losing any money from this. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we still live in Houston where football is king, no matter what. I mean. I guarantee the Rockets could be in the playoffs right now, but people would much rather go to a Texans football game.
Oh, yeah, I mean, because we've seen when the Rockets were actually doing well and motherfuckers didn't show up in the playoffs, so they faced Golden State. Like, it's like, come on, man, this is crazy. It's showing up at halftime and shit. That's part of the problem, too. Like, and that's something we've talked about. Like, Houston fans, we got a bad fan culture here. Like, it really is. But, that's a whole nother conversation and everything. But, like I say, we'll be ready to wind it down and all that. But, you gentlemen got anything you guys want to say before we get out of here? Anything maybe we missed that you want to touch on or anything like that?
Just shout out to everybody, man. I mean, obviously, time is precious, and for you guys to put time to come here and chill with us is always great. Like as you can see, we're getting back on it. There's content coming, man. it's coming, man. I'm sure the Honcho's already working on his 16-0 video because apparently it's 3-year anniversary of that.
Hey,
Right after bringing that back there. Bring the 16-0 back. 16-0
I
for
mean,
show.
hey, if we're going back to the old sauce, you're gonna have to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the 16-0. I have to do the Know Your Texans. But yeah, definitely. There's gonna be a Know Your Texans. It's gonna be a little bit different than it was originally, but definitely gonna drop that. That series is gonna come. But yeah, you know what? I mean, we might do that. We might do a 16-0 video. We'll see. Maybe like drop it right before the season starts. We'll probably do a 16-0. It'd be a little different. Add a little twist to it. Yeah. Spit you
Get Tenny to impersonate his pancakes again.
damn.
Yeah, we got to get the 10 man back, dog. The general, not the general, the general. Spit, you got anything, man, before we slide out of here?
Man, just appreciate y'all, like I said, taking time out and kicking it with us. Like I said, content coming because the game is coming in 20 days, 21 days, something like that.
Yeah, right around the corner. So, yeah, definitely, like I say, it's going to be a whole lot more coming. Like I say, trust me, if anything is an issue, it's not content. Like, trust me. Like, so there's no worry about that. Gonna try to get back today. Like I say, Rockets play tomorrow, so we'll have a pregame show tomorrow. We kind of figure it out from there. And like I said, I'm trying to find ways to schedule things a little bit ahead so everybody will be familiar. But you pick up Terrell, Angela. Why are you trying to tell us to pick up Terrell? Why don't you pick him up? And yes, Russell Westbrook is out for Game 3, which is cool with me. Like,
check out the Twitch channel. There's Wings doing some mutt.
Yeah. Forgot about we ain't gonna be follow the Twitch Saw Sports TV on Twitch. You can follow the legend of Edward Honcho. Hold on, let me see something. What you mean, player? One sec. Okay. Yeah, and you can follow the legend of Edward Honcho and the baseball thing, and he's hooping, and then like I say, Wink's supposed to be doing a mutt, and like I said, we'll see about some 2K action, some things. So yeah, the Twitch channel, a lot of esports going on. Saw Sports TV gonna be opening up, re-uploading a lot of stuff there too from the esports stuff. If you want to be a part of the Discord conversation, make sure you go to patreon.com/sawsports at the $5 tier or higher, and you can join the Discord, become a part of that conversation. Especially with live games and things like that, we try to get in when we can, get a chance, watch them together and things. But when the football season comes, it's definitely gonna be man. That's that might be the wildest conversation in the city. Outside of that, man, we appreciate y'all, man. We just thank y'all for rocking with us. Like I say, it's been some ups and downs, it's been some timing issues and some things. But like I say, we finna get it right, keep it right, and as long as y'all rocking with us, man, we gonna keep dripping sauce. I mean, it is what it is. We gonna give y'all the conversation nobody else wants to have in this city about the teams in this city, and sometimes things related to the city, a little bit outside the city. But we bring it all back in. We appreciate y'all, man. We thank y'all. Y'all are the freshest motherfucking ingredients in the world. Again, right over here. Make sure you following all the social medias. But y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Y'all stay saucy. Man, we appreciate y'all. And we out.
Perfect.